The Christmas Tree, a poem written by Robert W. Service and published in the book Songs of a Sun Lover. It is a beautiful and very moving story about a little Christmas tree, and it is just perfect to read for Christmas time. In the dank and damp of an alley cold lay the Christmas tree that hadn't been sold by a shopman duly thrown outside with the wreck and rubble of Christmastide, trodden deep in the muck and mire, unworthy even to feed a fire. So I stopped and salvaged that tarnished tree, and this is the story it told me. My mother was queen of the forest glade, and proudly I prospered in her shade. For she said to me, when I'm dead, you will be monarch in my stead, and reign have I for 100 years, a tower of triumph amid your peers. And when I crush in storm, I will yield you space. Son, you will worthily take my place. So I grew in grace like a happy child in the heart of the forest, free and wild. And the moth and the ferns were all about, and the crintive mice crept in and out, and a wood dove swung on my highest twig, and a chipmunk chattered, so big, so big, and a shy fawn nibbled a tender shoot, and a rabbit nested under my root. Oh, I was happy in rain and shine, as I thought of the destiny that was mine. Then a man with an axe came cruising by, and I knew that my fate was to fall and die. With 100 others, he packed me tight, and we drove to a magic city of light, to an avenue lined with Christmas trees. And I thought, maybe I will be one of these. Tinselled with silver and chequered with gold. A lovely sight for a child to behold. A glitter with slides of every hue, ruby and emerald, orange and blue. And kiddies dancing with shrieks of glee. One might fare worse than a Christmas tree. So they stood me up with 100 more in the blaze of a big department store. But I thought of the forest, dark and still, and the dew and the snow, and the heat and the chill, and the soft chinook, and the summer breeze, and the double deer, and the birds, and the bees. Oh, I was so homesick. I wanted to cry, but patient. I waited for someone to buy. And some said too big, and some too small, and some passed it on, saying nothing at all. Then a little boy cried, "Ma, buy this one!" But she shook her head, "Too dear, my son." So the evening came, and they closed the store, and I was left on the little floor. A tree, unwanted, despised, unsought, thrown out at last in the alley cold. Then I said, "Don't sorrow, at least you will be a bright and beautiful New Year's tree, all shimmer and glimmer and glow and gleam, a radiant sight like a fairy dream. For there is a little child I know who lives in poverty, want and woe, who lies abed from morn to night, and never has known an hour's delight." So I stood the tree at the foot of her bed. "Santa's a little late," I said. "Poor old chap, snowbound on the way. But he's here at last, so let's be gay." Then she woke from sleep, and she saw you there, and her eyes were love, and her lips were prayer, and her thin little arms stretched to you with a yearning joy that they never knew. She woke from the darkest dark to see, like a heavenly vision, that Christmas tree. Her mother despaired and feared the end. But from that day, she began to mend, to play, to sing, to laugh with glee. Oh, bless you, oh, little Christmas tree. You died, but your life was not in vain. You helped a child to forget her pain and let hope live in our hearts again. It was the Christmas tree, a poem written by Robert W. Service and recited by Charlotte Longépé. Well, I wish you a Merry Christmas.